A couple months ago, after the Georgia football's national championship parade, one of their offensive linemen and one of their recruiting girls had passed away. The names of them was Devin Willock, and I don't know the girl's name. Y'all gonna have to tell me in the comment section. But yesterday, the Athens Clarke County Police Department issued a warrant out for Jalen Carter's arrest, the Georgia stud defensive tackle, and he was present during the moment when the offensive lineman and the recruiting girl had passed away. Jalen Carter currently has a warrant for reckless driving and racing. And here's one of the paragraphs from what the police officers said about the so-called crash. It says, the investigation found that Chandler LaCroix, driver of the 2021 Ford Expedition, and Jalen Carter, driver of the 201 Jeep Trackhawk, were operating their vehicles in a manner consistently shortly after leaving the downtown Athens area at about 2:30 in the morning. So Chandler McCoy and Jalen Carter, they was racing their vehicles, which is crazy. This is what I be saying. You give kids money, you give high school kids a ton of money. What do you expect them to do? You giving them fast vehicles, so they go out there and race, and they be drunk racing. Jalen Carter is probably like, my 2001 Jeep Trackhawk is faster than your 2021 Ford Expedition, and they was just getting after it. You feel me? Just doing what kids do, which is crazy. The evidence demonstrated that both vehicles switched between lanes, drove in the center turn lane, drove in opposite lanes of travel, overtook other motorists, and drove at high rates of speed in the apparent attempt to outdistance each other. Evidence indicated that shortly before the crash, the expedition was traveling at about 104 miles per hour. So the expedition is what Devin Willock was in, and the recruiting girl. They was in the expedition. The toxicology report indicated that LaCroix's blood alcohol concentration was 0.197 at the time of the crash. Investigators determined that alcohol impairment, racing, reckless driving, and speed were significant factors to the crash. So whoever LaCroix is, I don't know who he is. Is he a Georgia football player? LaCroix? Because he about to do some time, boy. He going to do some time for this. The case will be given to the Solicitor General's office. It says, Carter is set to speak with the media at the Combine on Wednesday morning at 10:30 in the morning Eastern. He will not be working out for teams this week, instead electing to do so at Georgia's Pro Day, which is set for March 15th. So he won't miss, work out at the NFL Combine this week because of this. The car LaCroix was driving was rented by the university for recruiting purposes. So NIL. They giving their players cars. Georgia makes sure their players have cars and their cars are rented. Fellow Georgia offensive lineman Warren McClendon was also in the car at the time of the crash, and so was recruiting staffer Tory Balls. So their top offensive tackle, Warren McClendon, was in LaCroix's car. Georgia has reiterated that the vehicle LaCroix was driving was not authorized for personal use. So Georgia giving y'all kids cars that's not their cars to come play on their football team. So what do they use the car for? They said it's not for personal use, so you can only use the car to you can only use the car to drive it to practice. You're going to use your car to go to the store. You're going to use your car to drive around. So they not even giving y'all a viable NIL package to come to them. Hey, this is crazy. This stuff like this right here should pin Georgia. This should pin y'all, because this should pin y'all. You feel me? Because if this was another school, this would have never been even near possible. Near possible. Brooks also stated that Georgia was reviewing all policies following the accident and that any possible charges will be made following the completion of the review. Will Locke, whose 21st birthday would have been on Tuesday, was pronounced dead at the scene, while LaCroix later died at the hospital. So they both died. Carter is expected to be one of the top draft picks in 2023 draft, with multiple draft analysis tabbing him as the top prospect in the draft. So Jalen Carter, they some dirty people down in Athens, man. Some dirty people down in Athens.